This is One-on-One. There she is, Gloria Feldt, the author of No Excuses, 9 Ways Women Can Change How We Look at Power. Why do women need to change the way we look at power? Not we, but them, you?
Well, here's why. I'll tell you, I got obsessed with this topic in 2008. I was asked by Elle magazine to write an article about women running for office. Remember that moment when it was supposed to be inevitable that we were going to have our first woman president?
Yes, I heard about it.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so I thought this was going to be a puffy little piece about all these great organizations that have been helping women run for office and how they're just racing to do that. What I found blew me away. It was not only that women weren't running for office, even though now women could raise money as well as men, now when women run, they are as likely as men to win, it was that they would walk up to the face of power and step back, and that they had ambivalent feelings about power in general, and for good reason, because it's hard to change a culture while you're living in it, and women have borne the brunt of a lot of negative aspects of power. So when they were faced with conflict and when they were faced with the things you have to deal with when you run for office, they backed away. And I found the same dynamics were true in the workplace and even in personal relationships. So I wanted to look into this phenomenon and figure out what in the heck was going on and how do we change it? How do we fix it?
So let's be specific. Some of the ways women need to change the way they look at power. Name a couple.
Well, if we keep in our mind an outdated definition of power, which has been the way we've been thinking about it through all these years, it's the power over. You know, you think of it sort of
Control?
Control. I can make you do something. That implies power is a finite pie, and if I take a slice, there's less for you.
That's right.
Well, the truth is that power is an infinite resource, and the more there is, the more there is. And that if I can get women to switch their thinking from that oppressive power over to an expansive power to, all of a sudden I see faces relax. And they'll say, oh yeah, well, I want that. I want that. I want to be able to do things for my kids, my family, my world. Innovation is the power to. That's where good things come from, is having the power to do something. Power is amorphous. There's going to be power out there in the world. So if you're going to use it ethically, why not you?
You know, you talk about power tools and 9 power tools. I'm going to be real specific because in this show, one of the things we like to do is offer concrete tools that people can take away.
Excellent.
Give a couple tools right
Excellent.
now.
I love that. And the reason I wanted to put those power tools in the book is that I'm really tired of all those books that tell women what's wrong with us. And I've been a practical activist all my life. So I wanted to say, and this is what we do about it.
By the way, we should let people know you went from, check this out, I found this hard to believe, you were a teen mom with 3 kids.
That's right.
And then you became the CEO of Planned Parenthood.
Yes. I mean, there's a logic to that if you think about it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of between, but there's a logic to it.
So you learned an awful lot about leadership and power and a lot of things.
And I learned it on the job. I learned it by doing it. Not, you know, it's the old, what I didn't learn at Harvard Business School.
That's right.
I learned on the front lines. And so the power tools. Let me start with the second power tool, which I think may be the single most important one if we can only talk about one. Define your own terms first before someone else defines you.
Give me an example.
We're all going to be defined in this world. So, you know, whoever defines the debate usually wins it. And so it's the same way with us as individuals. I find that women don't have the level of intention that men do in starting out with whatever they want to do in the world. And so if you think about it intentionally, think backwards. Okay, in 5 years, 25 years, 50 years, what is it that I want to be known for? What is it that I want people to think about me? What is it I want on my epitaph? Okay, I want to define my own terms and to just do it even when you go into a meeting. If you know before you go into the meeting, I'm going to say the first words and I'm going to say the last words. And I may say something in between too, but you know, women tend to wait, don't hold up their hands, or they do hold up their hands and don't just talk, whereas men will just jump right into the conversation in a business meeting. You see that all the time. So define your own terms.
So you're saying that if you go into that meeting knowing that you're going to say these things, that's your plan, and execute that plan.
Yes.
And if you don't do that,
if you don't do it, don't complain about what happens in the meeting, because you're likely, you may not like what happens, or you may not like the way people define you.
I have time for one more tool. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the most fun one.
Go ahead.
Embrace controversy.
Embrace controversy?
Yeah.
How's that a good thing?
It's so much fun. You know, the natural human tendency is to back away from it. But one of the things I learned from being on the front lines of arguably one of the most controversial organizations in the world, yes, is that controversy is your friend. If an issue is controversial, it means it's really important to people. And so it gives you a platform. It gives you a chance to state your case. Doesn't mean being mean and nasty and aggressive. It means you get a chance to teach. You get a chance to speak your piece when people are listening to you. And you can ride into the wave of that controversy, and you can use its energy to propel you forward.
Don't be afraid of controversy.
No, love it. Embrace it.
I like your attitude. Gloria Feldt, the author of No Excuses, 9 Ways Women Can Change How We Think About Power. Tools for Leading an Unlimited Life. This is good stuff, very practical. Thank you for
Steve.
joining us.
What
Appreciate
a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you. One-on-one will continue right after this. Stay with us.
This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Caldwell College, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and banking under the principle of stewardship. QualCare Inc., a local managed care company covering 750,000 New Jersey residents. And by Verizon Communications. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.